Hi, I'm Rini, and today I'm talking about how to make the most out of each day. So the first thing to do is to create a morning routine. So this does not necessarily have to mean that you wake up earlier. It just means that you have to try to start the day off in a positive way. So that might look different for some of us, but it could be reading first thing when you wake up. It could be getting into the Bible in the mornings. It could be making sure your coffee is on autopilot, so all you have to do is hit on. It can be a bunch of different things, but creating that morning routine is so powerful in how to make the most of your day, because those are your first moments that can either make or break a day. So it's so important to kind of keep that routine and keep it an inspiring place for you to want to wake up in the morning so that you can get your routine done. So my routine looks a little bit like I have my Bible out, I have a journal out, I have a devotional, and just kind of have some me time before the kids wake up. And that does mean that for me, I do have to get up a little bit earlier, but I don't mind it. So for me, it's still a positive way to start the morning off. I can have my coffee in peace. I start my diffuser. And one quick tip I have for you is to put your essential oils that you want to diffuse in the morning in the night before. So all you have to do is wake up, grab that coffee, and hit on the diffuser, and it can start whatever your routine might look like. Also, I want to say that depending on our seasons in life, our routines might change, and that's okay. It's important to be flexible and to kind of take it in stride. So my morning routine looked very different when I had one kiddo, and then also before I even had kiddos at all. So throughout the years, I've had to be flexible and I've adjusted as I've gone, but that's okay, because every season is going to bring different things. So make sure you just stay flexible and encouraged. Okay, the second way to make the most out of every day is to spend some time in gratitude. So there is so much in life, and I know that there's a lot of hard things that a lot of us go through, but there's also so much to be grateful for. When we're grateful for things and when we practice gratitude, it helps us to keep focused on the positive things, no matter what life may throw at us. So a great way to do this is to keep a journal. You can keep a gratitude journal. You can have it built into your planner. I have some of these listed in my shop that have gratitude right on it, but just list out about 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for each day. So you can start the day like this, you can end the day, you can do it in the middle of the day, or you could do it in the beginning and end of day. It's however you want to do it, but just make sure that you're focusing on all the things in life that there is to be thankful for, because there is a lot. I promise you. And once you do this more and more and more, it's going to be easier to spot those amazing things in life. And it's just going to make you focus on the positive things instead of the things that might be dragging you down sometimes. The third thing is don't be afraid to take breaks. So one of my favorite quotes is, when you get tired, learn to rest, not quit. And I think this is so important because a lot of us go. And when we feel tired, a lot of times we just try to keep going. And in reality, if we just step back and took a small break, it would give us that rest that we needed in order to then keep going from there. So don't be afraid to just take a day off or take a 10-minute break throughout the day here or there, just to kind of rest and recuperate before diving back into whatever it is you're trying to do. So I give you permission now that it's okay to take breaks, and honestly, it's going to make your days go by faster, and it's going to help you make the most out of each day. So the next thing is to plan for the future. So when I say plan for the future, I don't necessarily mean you can't deviate from that plan. When I say plan for the future, write out some goals that you have and then break those goals down and break them down some more. When we are trying to pursue our dreams, sometimes we focus on that big picture, which is good to do because we all want to see where we're going. But sometimes it's good to break it down into smaller steps and to remember that small steps taken every day lead to massive results. So we want to plan for the future and we want to make sure that we are moving in the direction that we want to move. Because when we don't have any plans or any objective to what we're trying to do, a lot of times that can stop us from any action or doing anything at all. So we want to make sure we're continuing to move along. And again, take breaks when you need to, rest when you need to. And the biggest thing is to be flexible. So your plans might change throughout life and throughout the way. And that's okay. That's what life is all about. So be flexible and willing to kind of change and adjust as needed, depending on the season of life that you're in. The fifth way to make the most out of every day is to focus on memories and moments that you create. So I think sometimes we get caught up with the stuff trap. So we want this, we want that, or just things, right? Like we want to get this for our kids or we want to do this. And I think sometimes we get lost in that when it's so important, especially when we're trying to make the most out of every day, to focus on the memories we can create as a family instead. So the memories that we can create and the special moments that are going to mean more in the long run than anything that we could buy our kiddos. When we focus on the stuff, we miss out on a lot of opportunities or memories we could be making or moments that we could be creating with our kids. So I would just really encourage you to start focusing on those memories and just making those fun moments for your family. Number 6 is to pray and seek. So it's so important that we are praying and seeking God's will for our lives so that we can live a life worthy of the calling that we've received. So when we are actively praying and seeking His will for our life, it's easy for us to kind of avoid the distractions that tend to come into our lives that kind of overtake things at some points. So it's so important that we're actively doing this and really just trusting Him in each season through our lives because it's going to look different, like I've said and keep saying, but each season is going to look really different from other seasons, and that's okay. Just keep praying and seeking His will. So 2 last things to making the most of your day is finding contentment and laughter. So when we're finding contentment, sometimes it's not as easy to spot. And one of the things, the quotes that I like with this is, it's the little things in life that mean the most. So a lot of times I will be playing with the kiddos and one of them will just laugh and it just brings so much joy. And it's just a small, simple laugh, but it brings so much joy. And along with that, laughter. If there's a way that you can laugh each day or find ways to laugh each day, that is amazing as well. I like to relax and watch some comedies to laugh that way. You can laugh while just being with family and friends or loved ones, but all of these are ways to help to make the most out of every day. So let me know below which one was your favorite, or if you have some great tips on how to make the most of days as well. I would love to hear them. If you haven't, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on new videos.